beta testing. Okay, so this is where it mentioned. Guess it was people coming in and testing their new video game. That's kind of cool. Wish I could try it. Oh, maybe this has it on. Oh, okay. Let's play it. Alright, so what's in my inventory? What was a good thing? So I got a rusty sword. Rusty but trusty. I got a drinking flask to carry water. Alright, let's have a look around. You're standing in a wide plain. Foothills stretch to the north where clouds gather around an ominous peak. A direct path winds from the lonely chapel to the east, through the plains where you're standing, and south into a bustling town. Wispy mists. I like that. That's a good porn actress name. Wispy mists. Gather over marshland in the west. There's a thin tower stands alone in the bog. Okay, I'm feeling tower, so that would be west. Just because it might be a wizard tower, and we can get some cool stuff. Okay, so we're in the swamp. Does our inventory change? No. Look around in the swamp. You're standing on a narrow stone path in a dark marsh. Greasy bubbles float to the top of the bog waters on either side and pop lazily, spattering your legs with muck and slime. A short stone tower squats here. No doors visible, and the stones are smooth and polished. A balcony juts out midway up the tower's face. The heady smells of incense mix with the nauseating stench of the swamp. The stone path unfurls eastward towards a blond plain beyond the marshes. A wizard is here, gesticulating wildly from his balcony. As predicted, swamp tower, you're gonna have a wizard. The wizard beckons wildly at you from his balcony. You're here, you've arrived, he exclaims. After an awkward silence, he jabs an excited finger into a crystal ball, nearly knocking it into the bog. I've seen, you see. You're the one to defeat Greylock. Ho ho! The little man hops onto the railing, spinning a pirouette. Now the time's come to play my part. Toss up the gem. The wizard's brow furrows. Got things a bit out of order, have I? Come back when you've got a powerful gemstone. Soon, I've never got to fulfill a prophecy before. Okay, so we need a gem. Go east. Alright, so what were my choices? Where do we think a gem would be? Ominous Peak, Chapel, or a city? I think maybe Ominous Peak could have a gem at the top. Look around. You're on the craggy, wind-blasted face of a mountain. Storm clouds coil above the summit, pelting you with the sparse vegetation with torrential downpour. Far below, beyond the foothills, a wide plain stretches across the southern horizon. Greylock is here, spewing heresies. A glint between the rocks catches your eye. Yes. You take a rough gemstone from the rocks. Nice. Use sword, Greylock. No, it's too early for that. I've got to go back to the wizard. So go south. And then... oh, fuck, I forgot. West, I think. West. Yeah, so then go west. Talk to the wizard. Raw stone in hand, just as I seen. The wizard's pointy hat bobs excitedly as he points a finger at you. Suddenly, a pale orange arc of light extends from the knobby finger and draws the gemstone from the bag. Before you can react, I didn't even get to roll. The gemstone halts and hovers in the air before the wizard's nose. Essence be true, powers renew, fatty hoodoo. With that, he slaps the hovering stone, smashing it against the smooth stone of the tower. In a burst of light, the stone splits into two, and one lands into each outstretched palm of the hopping little wizard. Shard for the sword, wrap her in iron, and she'll find Greylock's black heart for you. Take the chaff, too. You'll need payment for a smith to forge their weapon. He tosses the stones down, from which you leap forward to catch safely. Alright. So, I got... Magical shard, gemstone. Alright, so, probably gonna have to go to the city to get this foraged, right? And the city is south. So what is so I'm gonna speak chapel. Alright, so we haven't had to go to the chapel, but I think we have to go south, probably. You're standing in the dusty market square of a quiet town. Many of the shops and homes lie abandoned, and the citizens that can be seen speak in hushed voices, casting furtive glances at the darkened skyline in the distant north. The ringing of an anvil breaks the silence regularly, where a mustachioed blacksmith bends over his work in a nearby tent. The blacksmith is here working. A priest is here drinking. Blacksmith! The blacksmith regards you gruffly and is about to dismiss you when you produce the polished gemstone from your bag. He sets his hammer aside and twirls his mustache. "A right fine stone, that is," he says, admiring the faceted stone. "What would you be needing, then?" Following your careful instructions, the smithy reforges your rusty sword with the magical shard at the center of the blade. Cool. Magic sword. Alright. Let's see what the priest has to say. The priest notices your approach and looks up from his swilling. "Greylock has come. We are forsaken," he cries. He continues. As you recover from the stench of the priestly... Oh, that was a burp. Of the priestly belch, you are told that the priest has fled from his nearby chapel. When Greylock arrived on the mountain, the dead in the cemetery began to rise, and his congregation scattered. If you could rid the place of zombies, he's telling you, I'll give you the key. And you can help yourself to the apothecary. Alright. Maybe we should do that. So that would be... God, I got a bad memory. So what I'm thinking is, we'll do this. Go to path east. And kill these, get the apothecary key, and then that'll probably give us some stuff that we need to help us defeat the Greylock. You stand at the end of a dirt path facing a small chapel. The stucco walls are faded. Many roof tiles are missing. The great oaken doors are locked. The congregation is nowhere to be found. A small cemetery of crooked headstone lies in the shadow of the cracked steeple. The dirt path winds westward through a great featureless plain. A zombie totters aimlessly nearby. There is an open grave nearby. Use sword on zombie. I knocked the zombie into the grave. Examine grave. There is a deep, empty grave in the cemetery. Several bloated rats and a zombie corpse float in a foot of filthy water at the bottom. Don't fall in. A grotesque zombie head is stuck on a root near the top of the grave. You bag the horrific trophy as proof of your deeds. Cool. Go west. Go... Fuck. Yes, I have to check every time. South. Go south. Speak to priest. The priest drunkenly curses the undead who have defiled his church. You present him with the decapitated zombie head from your bag. Praise you, he hiccups. Perhaps Greylock's influence isn't so strong. With that, he turns his decanter over on the head and tosses it into a fireplace, where it bursts into purple flame and burns up almost instantly. I must gather the faithful. He presses a brass key into your palm. Please help yourself to what little may be of use at my chapel. Okay, so we'd have to go back to look around. Where's the chapel here? Okay, the chapel, I guess, is probably back. Fuck. South? No. Was it east? Trying to do with it. Chapel, look around. You stand at the end of the great feet. The chapel doors are unlocked. Examine chapel. Dust motes hang lazily in the shafts of colored light, stretching across the chapel from peaked windows. The pews, pulpit, and everything else are covered in a fine mist. There's a very deep stone cistern near the entrance. It is full of the brim with blessed water. There is more than enough water here to fill your tiny flask. Okay. Inventory. Drinking flask. Your flask is full of blessed water. Cool. Brass key. Where do I use the key? Town look around. Blacksmith priest. Okay, maybe it's I don't know where it is. So let's just go north. Greylock is here, spewing heresies. Alright. Fingers crossed this works. I feel like I might be missing something because I didn't use that key. But we'll see. Use magical sword. When you draw your sword, Greylock lowers his great horned head and bellows laughter in your face. You grit your teeth and swing a mighty two-handed blow, the magical blade ringing clearly even amid the tumult of throaty cackling. You swing the sword so fiercely it escapes your grip and hurtles into the open maw of the monstrosity, lost from sight in the arid darkness of Greylock's throat. You step back as Greylock jerks his mouth shut and stands upright. He is still for a moment, then starts clawing at his neck. Muffled a ringing can be heard, as if from a great distance. Suddenly, Greylock's chest bursts in a fount of viscous green blood. The ringing can be heard clearly now, and as thick lifeblood oozes around the protruding tip of the magic sword. The storm clouds swirling the peak are already clearing. Greylock is defeated. The end. Cool.